The film also takes dramatic license, as Mr. Stone would put it, with several fundamental facts that are beyond dispute.
Oswald was at best a medium shot. The scope was defective on it too. I mean, this is the whole essence of the case to me. The guy couldn't do the shooting. Nobody could. And they sold this lemon to the American public.
Fact. The distance from the sniper's nest in the window to the president in the car at the time of the fatal shot was 88 yards. For a former Marine sharpshooter, which Oswald was, the shot was well within his capability.
Well, I have here Oswald's scorebook from the Marine Corps, where when he did his practicing with this more or less the same kind of rifle that he used against Kennedy, he demonstrated that he was highly competent as a marksman. For example, here is a type of target which is shaped very much like the head and shoulders of President Kennedy sticking up above the rear seat of the car. And this is at 200 yards, which is more than twice the distance at Dallas. And it's rapid fire, which certainly was true at Dallas. And he scores 48 out of a possible 50, which I can tell you is excellent. Well, you say that's one day. Well, here's another one. Same thing, 200 yards, twice the distance, and rapid fire, and he scores 49 out of a possible 50. So he was not only a very good shot at this long distance, but he was consistent.
They're telling us that Oswald got off 3 shots with world-class precision from a manual bolt-action rifle in less than 6 seconds. And according to his Marine buddies, he got Maggie's drawers. You know what that means? Wasn't any good. Average man be lucky to get 2 shots off. And I tell you, the first shot would always be the best. Here, the 3rd shot's perfect.
The Stone film is wrong. The first shot was fired around frame 160 of the Zapruder film, the second at frame 223, and the last shot at frame 312. 3 shots in 8.3 seconds. For Oswald, that was plenty of time. Dr. Latimer has simulated the Kennedy shooting dozens of times. He's 89 years old.
This is exactly like the gun that Oswald used. Since he got his shots off in 8.5 seconds, I'll show you that it's possible to come close to that. And here we go. So we'll sight in our telescope and get off 1 shot, and then a second, and then a third, taking a little more time for the last one, as he did.
This is Warren Commission Exhibit 399, the bullet that passed through the president's neck and the governor's chest, that broke the governor's wrist and lodged in his left thigh. It was found on a stretcher at Parkland Hospital. In Stone's film, it is referred to as the pristine bullet. There is no way, the Stone film says, that the bullet could have caused so many wounds and come out at the end virtually unmarked.
The problem was that people were denying that there was any damage. They were calling it pristine. And it's absolutely, positively not pristine. It's flat.
According to the Stone film, the so-called pristine bullet was planted on a hospital stretcher by Jack Ruby as part of a conspiracy to frame Oswald. But lead fragments from the bullet were found in Governor Connolly's wrist, and the bullet was fired from Oswald's rifle.
In fact, the microscopic scratches that were made as this bullet spun down the rifle barrel exactly matched that of the test bullet that was fired from Oswald's rifle. This proves conclusively that the stretcher bullet was fired from the same rifle, the Oswald rifle, that was found on the 6th floor of the depository. The evidence that's definitive in determining whether it was a shot from the front or a shot from the back is the entry wound, the cratered entry wound on the back of Kennedy's skull, which proves that that shot was from the back, not from the front.
This is the president's position at the moment before he was hit the second time. His autopsy x-rays and photographs show the precise location where the fatal bullet entered the back of his head. Shooting from the grassy knoll, it would have been impossible to hit the president in the back of the head. From the 6th floor window of the book depository, Lee Harvey Oswald had a direct shot.